Next question is from Blackfish. Congressman Paul, government investments in science and technology have historically yielded great returns. For example, it has been estimated that technologies derived from quantum mechanics may account for 30% of the gross national product of the United States. Money from the U.S. government has led to the development of the internet, and a long list of NASA spin-off technologies have contributed to our daily lives. In contrast, the risk-averse private sector has little incentive. The risk-averse private sector has little incentive and a poor track record for funding these types of long-term projects. Although the exploratory research in academic settings is often inefficient at achieving specific goals, it has the unique potential to yield unexpectedly amazing results of decades-long timescales. How can one justify reducing the budget for science and technology in spite of the quality of life and national security afforded by the developments from government-funded research? This is a clear demonstration of a very poor understanding of economics, because what you're saying is that if a government does something and it happens to produce good results, you never ask the question, instead of what? What if they take $1 billion out of the marketplace and spend $1 billion and they get $500 million worth of benefits? Oh yeah, look, we have $500 million benefits and we didn't waste a penny. And we didn't have any distribution of this money because of political interest. Nothing was politicized. At the same time, you don't ask the question, where did the money come from? You took $1 billion out of the marketplace. They might have done better. They might not have wasted so much money. Government research, although there are some good results, there's a lot of waste in there. What if we take $100 billion and go to Mars? You say, oh, and that's wonderful. We have all this technology and everything. Well, what if that $100 billion took away from medical care, in the private sector or something else? You have to ask, instead of what? Everything, the inference here is that government is perfect. You give it to government and there'll be no shenanigans. The government's the people who got hold of TARP funds. The government's the people who run Amtrak. The government's the people who run the post office. And here the government has messed up our medical care system. So R&D should be left in the private sector. Sure, there's risk averse, but they'll make their decision. Today when the government does it, there's no risk involved. They don't care about waste and fraud because it's the taxpayers. What you want to do is, when people do research, is saying they have to pick and choose. This idea that good things wouldn't happen if the government had done it. Like one time I remember people telling me, well, just think, the jet propulsion airplane came out because we needed a fighter jet at the end of World War II. That's total nonsense. I mean, it's true that that's when it originated, but it's total nonsense to believe that it wouldn't have come in the private sector. It was the private sector that actually developed it, and the government just, funded it for war purposes. But to assume these things wouldn't happen, I think it would happen bigger and faster, fairer, and more efficiently than depending on government, which has a proven record of inefficiencies in ineptness. And to turn it over to the government and say that they can do a better job is just literally sacrificing our liberties and sacrificing an efficient system. Okay, next one. Let's see, this is right coast, it looks like. Dr. Paul, tell you what, no short questions. Everybody has a little discussion here. Regarding the theory of evolution, another question on evolution. I think I explained that pretty well. That I realize you have said you don't feel the issue is important, but it's been a topic discussed at great length at Reddit and other websites. Well, that's perfectly all right. Discuss it all you want. Just don't impose your views on somebody else.